Welcome back to the Booga Box live stream. It's Wednesday night, so it's Small Project Wednesday. We missed Monday. I want to apologize for that to start off, but I do want to thank everybody for joining in tonight. If you're watching us live or watching us later, I do appreciate it. So Monday, early in the afternoon, the wife asked me if I was going to stream, and I was like, yeah, I planned on it. And she goes, well, it's a holiday. Are you sure? And I was like, yeah. And then it was about 5 o'clock our time, which is normally what I do on a Sunday night, is doing trash. Monday's trash pickup. So Sunday night around 5, we normally get trash around, recycling, get all that up, get it up to the road and all that. And so we started doing that Monday night, and daughter was home all day. She didn't work because it was a holiday. From 5 till 9 o'clock, I thought it was Sunday. Monday night, I totally forgot. It wasn't until later. She goes, you done with your stream? When I went upstairs at one point, I was like, stream? Oh yeah, it's Monday. I thought it was Sunday. So, but anyway, tonight we're gonna kind of, you can see on the other views there, I've got the other bracelets that we'd kind of worked on, my little JPL. I've got these all finally got clasp on them, and they're pretty much ready to go. I'm gonna get them put up in stock for our next event. So let me go ahead and flip over cameras, I guess, here. Let's get to the top camera. Get a little better view of some of these, I guess. And like I said, this is a simple Byzantine, but these are all welded. These here, this is a barrel. This is a barrel weave. It's all welded up too. Hopefully I'm in view there. Waiting for Facebook to catch up with me. Let's see here. There's a box weave. It's a tight box weave. I pretty much used the lowest AR I could for this. I wanted to kind of see what it'd be like, but I welded it up too. Came out pretty decent. HP, half Persian, 4-in-1, all welded. And I did 2 of these here. Shenanigans. One is welded. This one's the welded one. This one's not. I wanted to show the difference between a welded one and not a welded one. You really, from right off, you really can't see the difference. When you look close enough and see the butted end, that's about it. So, did that. So, like I said, I want to have variety of welded and not welded. So that was mostly my welded groups. And then one shenanigan so far. And this was the coyote weave. I'm really digging this weave. It's pretty heavy, pretty thick, in stainless steel. I want to make a version in aluminum and see how it comes out, because I can see some ideas on doing some color, adding color to it. But I enjoy this. I might end up making me a version too, to go with my flat box weave bracelet. But I like that one. Tonight we're going to work on a full Persian stainless steel. We're not going to weld it either. I want to do about 3 or 4 more bracelets that aren't welded in a different weave, so I've got a nice variety to show. Like I said, the last event we went to, I didn't have any stainless. I had 1 bracelet. I was like, that really? And so yeah, I need to make up some more. So that's what I've been working on last few, and some other things, obviously, working up the tutorial and whatnot for the thing. So I think everything's running. I think everything's there, looking good. Hopefully comments will work. Like I said, if I'm missing comments, I do apologize. Facebook made a change 2 weeks ago now, and I haven't had any comments in any of my views on any platform since those changes took place. So at least I'm able to get the stream going now. Alright, so for HP, full Persian, HP, half Persian, we're doing full Persian, FP. I always start, it's just 2-2-2, and a lot of people like to do the tying up and stuff, but to me that's kind of a pain. I used to do it myself, but now I just grab the bottom 2, flip the other 2 over, and start weaving in it. So I grab the first one and come between those 2 rings and pop it out, and that'll allow me to swing in between the bottom 2, pull that one around. Can't see them so far away. Up between the middle 2, that one flips into it. Basically, there it is. I've already pre-closed a few. It depends on what mood I'm in if I pre-close up any, but if you pre-close, then I could just have them put them on there. If not, you just close that ring up and you'll add those other two later. But yeah, I mean, full Persian is pretty simple in my mind. I mean, I think the hardest part is getting it started, and there's a lot of different tricks that people use to hold it all together. And I don't know, one day that just kind of started clicking for me, and that's just the way I've done it, and I've never kind of looked back on it. I don't have to worry about getting out ties or anything like that to hold everything. And then basically we're doing the same thing, but now those bottom two rings that we were holding on to are now captured, so don't have a whole lot of more worry on that. It's just grab it, go through, and since they're not dangling, they're more in the middle of the unit. You don't have to go down through them and come back up, you know. Like I said, it's basically the same thing as when you do that first unit. It's just without having to tie it all together. Like so, pre-closed, it kind of makes things go a little quicker, other than the time it took you to pre-close. But, and like I said, it just depends on my mood. Sometimes I feel like I'll pre-close depending on the weave, sometimes I don't. Today I felt like a pre-close day. Here lately I hadn't been doing a whole lot of pre-closing, so yeah, I didn't open that up far enough. But, I did want to, well, maybe I'll stop just a little early. I wanted to show, I've got a little box of goodies that I pulled out of some of the newer laser items I can do that I've gotten. So I wanted to pull those up. What is that? Thought I had a message for a moment, but looks like I froze and freed up storage space. I think I'm still streaming. It's just my laptop does this on occasion. Let me come on. Well, hopefully. Okay, yeah, I was like, my other one, am I locked up over there too? But yeah, my laptop is not working properly again. I hate this thing. I can't seem to refresh or anything. So I'm definitely not going to be able to see any comments this way. Try it that way now. Oh, I hate this thing. I'll give it a second. I'm just going to get back to weaving here. Like I said, I don't know, the stream's working at least, and my YouTube and Twitch are going just fine. Well, and actually, I can see my other Facebook over there too, and I know it's working. It's just my laptop does this crazy thing and won't let me see everything all the time. Well, it still hasn't closed that window. Well, it probably, I don't restart this laptop a whole lot, so it probably is in the mood for a restart. And I'm still trying to figure out Windows 10 on it, so. Alright, come on, thing. I'm tired of waiting for you here. It won't let me click on anything. Alright, we'll go the long route then. If that's what you want to do. Computers. Technology. I love it, but I also hate it. It's one of those things that drive you nuts. It's like, just work how you should and we'll be good, but no, can't have that now, can we? Alright, now back into Facebook finally. Let's get over to the Booga box. Like I said, I have to log in. Uh-oh. Now I'm having a problem over there. Hopefully we're not having any kind of internet issue. We haven't really had any internet issues since we changed over to Google, which I am really enjoying. Come on, open up. I need to mute. I can already hear feedback. There we go. Alright, I think we're good. But, what was it? Sunday, and that was another thing that kind of screwed up this weekend, was Sunday. Was it about 5:36 in the afternoon, evening, whatever you want to call it? the power went out. Again, no storms. It was a nice day. That's how we always lose power here. In the middle of, I mean, at least it's nice weather, I guess. It's not been, stormy weather or anything like that, but lost power, and it came back on. It was a little after 8, I think, finally, when it finally came back on. And then we lost it again Monday morning, so that again threw things off Monday. But since then, when the power went out Sunday, I ended up pulling out my event chair. It has a little side table that comes up and twists over in front of you. And I had that out, and Sir Buzzleton seen it and thought, hey, he got up. There's a chair. And since basically Sunday night, I mean, we're only, Wednesday now, but he loves this chair, man. He wants it no matter where he's at, and he cracks me up because he'll just sit in it. I mean, he's old, so he just wants to sit around and lounge around anyway, but he loves his chair. He's just been outside in it. Last night, I thought it was a little odd because the first few nights, he was always in the chair outside. Whenever, it was sitting up, he was in it. And it was outside, and it was sitting up, but he was inside. And I guess I was like, before he finally laid down on this other chair he was in, he came kind of bugging me, wanting some loving, and I gave him some loving, and he kind of meowed at me, and it was a little weird, but nothing too unusual. But then I seen him laying down in the other rolling chair thing that we have, and I was like, oh, are you done outside? You just ready to sleep inside? So I went and grabbed the other chair to bring it in for the night, and he seen me go outside, and he jumped up out of his chair that he was sleeping in. He come looking at me like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I grabbed the chair. I brung in the chair. He just followed me. And before I could even put it down in the place that I planned on putting it, he was trying to jump in it. So he just wanted the chair, but he wanted me to bring it inside. He was ready to be inside and go to sleep, but he wanted his chair. And that's why it was bugging me. Well, it was Saturday. Was it Saturday night? Yeah, I think it was Saturday night. The daughter was doing, it would have been Sunday when she was doing the litter. And she's doing the litter, and she's like, did you put this in here? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I go looking, and in the litter box is a mole. And I'm like, what in the world? And then it started dawning on me a little bit more that Sunday night late, I had the door open. I was up kind of late Sunday. It was about 1 o'clock in the morning. Buzz had come in, and he was, again, for him, acting a little weird. But he gets in this mood sometimes where he wants loving, so he gets in this weird mood on occasion. He's not so easily understandable that like Marble is when she talks to me. She talks different ways depending on what she's doing. Buzz isn't so much like that, so it's like, well, he's acting a little weird, give him some loving. He was kind of doing his little walking around thing that, at the time didn't think about it, but come to find out, he had probably caught the mole, brung it in, and I didn't see it. And so throughout the night, I guess, he decided to put it in the litter box because he wasn't going to eat it. He brung it to me, for me, and yeah. Little turd boy. He's out there outside right now on his chair. He had been sleeping most of the day inside, and it was like I'd go outside, he'd kind of follow me out there, but I was like, I kept forgetting to bring your chair out, so I took his chair out, and he's been sitting in it since. He came in, got something to drink, now he's back out. But the door's kind of open tonight. It's actually not too bad out there today. I think we had a high of like 83. Once that sun starts going down, it drops down in the mid-70s pretty quickly. Those are the kind of days that are nice. Wish I could have got more lawn work done. I felt like it today. I kept looking, going, man, I could do some things. And, well, we had, I guess here this past week, our neighbors on the one side here that had the 3 dogs had moved out, I'm guessing. They're gone. The owner of the place, who they were living there when we moved in, and they a couple of years after we moved in, he had a lawn care business, started taking off. They were making better money, bought him a bigger house, so they were renting this house out. It's been rented since, but last people have been, and so they're no longer there, and so he was out there trying to clean up the lawn. He was just like, sorry guys. He didn't realize it was that bad. His wife was like, yeah, we missed you. And we do, because I mean, it's much easier to keep care of the fence line when they were here, because they were on it, they owned it, blah, blah, blah. Everybody else has been renters, so it's like, some of them have been pretty good, but the last group, they were like, didn't want to do anything, it seemed like, when it comes to anything out there. I'm not the best on my lawn work. I wish I could do better. Starting to get the equipment that helps do it better. And now I should have the time, so that'll help too. So, we'll see how things go. But there, we're starting to get into it. We got a few inches, about 1.5 inches or so of this. Some more rings out here. Hopefully, I'm going to use up most of the rings. This is again, I'm going through all the last batches of TRLs, and had somebody else's stainless in here. Nobody major. Again, it was early on. I just happened to find somebody. They're not bad rings, don't get me wrong. Neither TRLs or, TRLs are dirty, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just trying to go through everybody's and get everybody else stainless used up, so that everything else from here on out will be my own stainless that I've coiled myself. I've got a little bit of my own now in different sizes than I had that I'm using now. But eventually I'm going to probably, here in the next couple weeks, start coiling up some different stainless, so I can start cutting up my own and get a good stock of my own stainless going. So that's kind of that project this weekend. I did get more done on the tutorial. It's still not completely finished. Every time I keep looking at it, I find little things I want to change. I think that's probably the hardest thing about doing a tutorial, is the little things, and some things I don't notice right off the bat. It's not till I see it the 4th or 5th time, or give it a day and come back and reread, and it's like, what was I meaning here? And so it is practically done. I've got everything I need for kits. I was half tempted this weekend to actually put together a few, but I'm like, I want to get the tutorial done first. If I start putting together kits, it's going to drive me nuts that I can't sell them. So I've got everything set up, everything ready to make the kits, and I mean, that should go fairly quickly to make the kits up. So I will be getting into a little bit more tonight. I did have some band stuff a little bit to do, because again, we never had meetings and talk about things I've done, so these people aren't sure of what goes on, and anytime they ask somebody a question, well, what do we do for this or that? Contact Rick. He's the one that did that. And this is all the stuff that I was more than willing to transfer over to somebody if they were wanting to take over, and whatnot. But nobody wanted to have this meeting to get together. From what I heard, that the quote that I was told was for a meeting of the new and the old was, what's the point? So I'm like, if you don't understand what's going on, what's the point? You didn't want to do it. I'm sorry. I don't want to be a butthole about anything, but I'm trying to be as easy as I can with anything that I've done. But I tried contacting you for 2.5 months, and then you need to contact me about something that you can't figure out, and then expect me to answer right back, which I kind of did. I spent a little bit of time to get some things ready, and then I still haven't heard back, so it's like, really? But I have a little bit of that to do. Hopefully I will get my confirmation this week, is what I'm hoping. Because the cutoff day, I believe, is Friday for the Gladfest event to be a vendor. And I sent in my stuff last week, so I'm hoping to get a confirmation here this week. I know I have till Friday and everything, but I'm hoping that I'll get in. Okay, we'll do one more pre-close and we'll get back to it. I don't think I'll have a problem getting in per se, but we'll see what happens. And hopefully it ends up being pretty good for us. It's a bigger event. Definitely a higher cost to get into the event than what we've normally gone to. So hoping we can at least cover our, it's good to make a profit at an event, but I'm always at least happy if I'm covering costs. Okay, yeah, we didn't make a profit, but we covered all our costs. I can still, everything that I sold, I can rebuild. All that's covered. So, I mean, it kind of sucks sometimes that way, but again, events are what they are. I don't go to the normal, typical chainmail events, Ren festivals and stuff like that. I do. I like going to those, and as a person, I've never vended at any of those, being a vendor at any of those events. Someday I'd like to, but they're definitely even more high dollar events, so that's why I'm like, they scare me, to be honest with you, they do. A lot of people, they have no problem doing them, and I have a lot of stuff, I have a lot of good stuff, I think. Most people are probably pretty impressed with what I've done. I just have a hard time promoting myself. That's my worst thing. I need to be out there posting and stuff about all my kits and supplies that I currently have with the clasps and other whatnots that I have. But like I said, I'm my own worst enemy when it comes to advertising. I always feel weird saying, look at my stuff, I'm good. It just feels so narcissistic. I know it's necessarily not, but it feels weird. It's the hardest thing for me to do. That's why, I do make some posts out there on some of the chainmail places, but I don't a whole lot because I just, a lot of this stuff, again, is just standard, and a lot of people have seen the same thing over and over again. That's one reason why I don't post them over and over again on my own. But, I try to keep up on it at least once every 3 months. Make something big enough that I think is at least wowy enough to post out there so that people can know that I'm still around. Sometimes I wonder, people forget. But, we just keep kicking, keep doing. I am going to go through all my videos here and start adding episode numbers so I can know where I'm at, because I have no idea how many episodes I've actually done, how many times we've live streamed. So I'm going to go through and probably on YouTube, and probably the easiest way to keep some tracking done and get everything and relabel some, going back a little bit. And maybe eventually, hopefully, maybe rename them all and get them in there. But the longer I keep going without adding them, is the more I have to go back and change them later. So I need to get that done and figured out and get an episode numbers going. The first thing I need to do is just get an episode number that we're on, so that I can start doing that, and then I can slowly go back and change all the others. So in case I have somebody that says, hey, ask a question about something, and if I happen to have a video on it, I can say, hey, go check out episode blah blah. Right now I'm saying go check out this date, which is easy enough to find, I guess, too, but come on, get on your own side here, get on your own side there. Where are we at here? 24 minutes, we still got a little bit. Like I said, I'm probably going to stop after our 45. In the last 15 or so, I'm going to pull out. It probably won't even take that long to show. I don't have a whole lot of. If I pulled out everything, I did forget to go grab that though. I do have a picture frame. It's got a wide border. Some of them are painted, some of them are natural wood, but they can be lasered on the border with all kinds of either names or pictures or whatever you'd want around the borders. They're going to be kind of cool. Actually, daughter found another place here in town that just recently opened up. and they had some nice large cutting boards. They're a little thin, but they're a lot bigger than some of them that I currently have. And I'm like, you know what? And they're within a price range that I could get and have the upcharge for doing the engraving on it and stuff, and still be able to make a profit on it. So I think I might pick up a few of those, because it's something I don't know if they're going to constantly have. But like I said, I've got a lot of new things there. Trying to figure out, working on some graphics for lasering up some scales and tags for Halloween. Trying to do some Halloween-y stuff. Normally I'm so busy with band stuff, we don't do an event that would be before Halloween. So I don't have a lot. I've done a few, but I haven't done a whole lot of Halloween-y themed per se things, because I'm not there. You know, I've only normally do them for orders. Most of the extra stuff that I have a lot of Christmassy things, because we do events November, December. But we normally don't have the September, October events, so that'll be new. And next year, I actually hope I have another September event I'm looking at. The cutoff date was already passed by the time I realized that I could possibly do it. This happened, was it last weekend? It would have been an event then. Santa Candlegon Days here in town. I've been wanting to do that one too, but like I said, by the time I found out that I'd be available to do it, it was too late to get in. Actually, I had 3 events that I was looking at getting into that I wanted to, but I was past their dates. That is one of the things about doing craft fairs and events like that, is you have to get into them in advance. It's not like, you know, a Monday you're like, I want to go do something this weekend. It's not something that you can do that with. So it has put a little bit of a kink into getting some things done, but you know, things are starting to figure things out and see how things go. Like I said, it's been weird already. They've had a football game, first football game I've missed, like I said, in 11 years at that school. I mean, there was another 5 years before that we were at other schools doing it. So been many Friday night football games that I've been doing high school band stuff with, and this was the first year I missed the game. And it was like, well, I've only missed one. I could start back up, right? Daughter was already laughing at me the other day because she's like, well, what was I don't know, we were talking about something, and I was like, well, because I plan on going back for a homecoming, because we always have an alumni thing for that, so I like to be there for that. So I was like, I'm going to do homecoming. I'm going to go to one competition. And before I could even say anything else, she goes, well, I thought you were retiring. You're not retiring. You're still doing stuff. I was like, yeah, but I'm not doing the big everything, DVDs, everything like that. So, plus I wanted to keep the YouTube channel pretty much active, at least be able to show on there once a year, their show, which will be good for a competition. And, well, and this year they're going to Mo West. The Mo West competition's on Tuesday, which is always a little weird, but in a way I kind of like. And they haven't done it in many years, so that's the competition I decided to go to this year. And it's not their first one, but it's not their last one. It's their midway competition, so it's not going to probably be their final best show, per se. They'll still have a few. I think they have a week or two after that. Now, I might go to one other event, but I'm not going to do any video, and that's going to be all the high schools in the district come together, and they put on like an exhibition night, put on all their shows. Normally, I always videotape all those for all of them, but I don't think I'm going to do that this year, but I do think I want to go and just watch. So, and then the other thing was, when my daughter finally stopped laughing at me for not actually trying, I was like, well, I'm going to do, again, the alumni night, because I'll be there for the alumni. Might as well go ahead and videotape the show for them. I'll do a competition night, a competition day, whatever. I'll do the Christmas concert, and then contest in the spring where they put on their final 2 pieces for state contest. Figured that'd be a good little group of videos that I could keep, every year, put on YouTube. As long as I can kind of keep going, I still need to chat with the director about that. I still haven't met up with him, because haven't done the pictures yet this year. And since I haven't been at any event, I haven't met up with him. Talked with him a few times through chat on the emails and then a couple phone calls. But yeah, it's been different. Like I said, I still have my days. There's a couple days here the past week and a half that I kind of got bummed, because it's like, man, I missed this. I should have already had this much video. I should have that much video. I should have already uploaded this to the YouTubes, and I have none of that. So it's kind of weird. It's a little surreal. Especially after the, at the end of every year, there's always a process I have to go through when it comes to doing their DVDs and stuff, and the website and stuff. And I spent so much time at that time, and I was trying to get a hold of the new officers to see what they wanted to do with the website. So I'm sitting here, I spent a good 30 hours within that month and a half working up new things, changing this, working in the background, doing the updates and all that, only to come to find out that they had already pretty much planned on not using it. So why not just tell me before I spent all that damn time doing that, That, I think, really is one of the things that upset me. Though I don't necessarily mind, because I'm like, there's not a ton of work to do for the band website, but I enjoyed doing it. I wanted to add a lot of alumni stuff to it. I just never had the chance or got the info that I wanted to be able to put in there. And so, if anybody ever wanted to take it over, they want to go a different direction, whatever, I was always fine with that. That would just be one less thing I have to do, which was fine. But then spending the time that I did in it, and it not getting used at all, and then just being dumped, kind of, that did irk me a little bit. Other than, if somebody else want to take it over and you're going to keep it, that's fine. But, alright, I know, I keep talking about it. Alright, let's pre-close up some more. Where are we at anyway here? We're at about, with the clasp. I think I'm going to go ahead and throw a clasp on here real quick while I'm thinking about it. I hate this. Alright. We're going to go with a medium clasp. I think will work. So I can get a better idea of our length here. Let's get through there. Split that. Yeah, that's the way we want to go. And that's with the square weave like this, and it's kind of squared. Same every side. I don't have to necessarily worry which way my clasp is going to be laying on this kind of a thing. So with the clasp, that does take us up to just about 5 inches. So I'm not doing too bad here. Where's our time? 30 and 33. So moving right along here. Pre-close up some more. Like I said, we'll close up. Oh, we are halfway. Let me remember to say thank you to everybody that has joined us, watching us live, watching us later. I do appreciate everybody that does that. Check us out every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. As long as I don't pull a bonehead move and miss a day. Check us out on those days. Find us on Facebook, Twitch, and Twitch and Facebook and YouTube. Yeah. There we go. Have to remember all those. Like I said, I do appreciate anybody that does join us. We're just here having fun. That's all I do it for, Keeps me busy and lets everybody know that I'm still active. Like I said, there for last couple of years before we started doing the stream, I just never posted that often because I just hated posting the same thing over and over again. I get an order for a box weave necklace. I get another order for a box weave necklace, but it's a different color. Do I take, post that picture again? It's like, it's cool, I'm doing stuff. But I hated posting the same thing over and over and over again. It drove me nuts. And I did there for a while, and sometimes I kind of still do. If I need to make a post and I don't have a new picture, sometimes I'll grab an older picture just to remind people. But doing the streams lets everybody know that I am still here. I am still doing stuff. I have always been making chainmail here for the past 8 years, so. Well, I mean, like I said, I've been into chainmail for 30 years, but past 8 years as a business. And before that, I mean, every year there was times where I was always doing a little something, not constant chainmail like I do now. But you know, there'd be a time where I'd work on something for a month, play around, put it away, come back, you know, 4 or 5 months later, do something else, you know, with what, like I said before, whatever random wire I could find. That's why I no longer have any wire coat hangers. I had a whole stash of them for the longest time, for years, and I never went to use them for making rings and to make anything out of, because I always had something else I found. Either it was flat washers, split washers, or random copper wire from this or that. Just, you know, wire ties that were wrapped around this or that we bought, you know. And then I didn't have anything there for a little while. Wasn't getting anything that had wire wrapped. And then I seen my hanger stash. I always like to keep a stash of them because they come in handy to make long hooks for, or whatever. I mean, you never know what they would be handy for. And I was like, hey. So I started using those, and then I ended up using them all up. I think I actually have 3 left that fell off the pegboard. They're behind the table bench, or it's a bench box thing that has a cross saw on top, and I haven't pulled that saw out since, and so they're back there. I just haven't been able to get to them. So I know I have a few left, and now I won't. And that was a couple of years ago. Well, I guess about 8 years ago. I haven't moved that thing in that long. Wow. Has it? Yeah, I guess I haven't moved it. I've never had to take that saw outside because, I mean, it's a nice saw, works great, but it'd be nice to have it be able to set up and stay, to roll it out there to do what I do. I can use my other things that pretty much do the same job. So yeah, I haven't moved that out in a while. Alright, let's do one more and then we'll get back to doing the weavy weave. And if I stop a little bit early, I'm thinking maybe 10 minutes will give me plenty enough time to do my closing jibber jabber and show off a few of these other things here. Like I said, there's not a ton of stuff in there, but and it's not everything I'm going to have. I didn't grab any of the tumblers or cutting boards or anything like that I still have over there. So there's a lot of other things. I don't get them in huge quantities to start with, because I don't know, one, how they're going to etch. Come on, ring. There, jeez. And two, if I do, I don't want to use up the small quantities that I got not test, but to show off things, because then I have to turn around and try to sell it. So then I have to make it into something that will be sellable. So, and that's always hard. If people want something, it's a lot easier to design something to what somebody wants. Kind of like I had 3 dog tag orders here last week. Kind of a custom design, and a little bit of working that needed to be done, but we took care of it, put it on there, everything, everybody was happy. So, and that's what I like working with. It's a little easier than when it comes to my own stuff. Everything I always end up working with ends up either being 3 things: the Booga box, the Chiefs, or Tonka bands. So I have so many things here. I've got LED lights that light up the Chiefs, Tonka bands, Booga box. Mugs, same thing, all 3 of those. I mean, just basically anything it's like, I need to test, what am I going to put on it? Well, we're going to put it on this. If I need to test it more than once, that's when I end up with multiples. And I only put 1 on there. I'll have to just throw another one on, no biggie. But yeah, my LED light, I can put it. And that's one of the things I'm trying to figure out how to tell people, that if you buy one of the LED lights that we have, you can buy the light unit, the whole unit itself, but then you can buy extra inserts if you want to have a different insert. If you have multiple teams you root for, or for different sports, you could pull that one out, put in the other one, So and the cost will come down because you don't have to buy the base unit. Now, some people want to still have their a separate base unit, etc., but it is an option because, like I say, mine up there, I've got 3 of them that go into it, and right now I've got the Booga box in it, but it will change over here coming Sunday because it's Chiefs season, so I will be putting the Chiefs one in it. Last year, I actually, for September, October, I had the band one in it. And then after the band stuff was over at the end of October, it changed over to the Chiefs. And then in January, when we lost our playoff game, it got pulled out and the Booga box went into it. So currently the Booga box is in it. But that's what I kind of like about it. Is I don't have any spot where I can have multiple of them. I could figure out a spot, but it's nice where I can just pull it out, put it in a different one. And you can do that with different names or, different whatevers you wanted to do. Whatever you'd want to have different in it. You can customize it and have multiple. One day I want to have a monthly one, kind of. That is in, like, the holiday of the month kind of thing in January, with some snowflakes or something on it and things like that. So I'd like to make a whole year set of one, but it'd be a little pricey to make 12 inserts. But if I do that, I can actually make a little per unit, the price would come down because I'll be able to do more units. I think I found someplace local where I can get my acrylic, which will be nice. So. And hopefully I've already brung the price down. When I first started selling them, they were $22. I'm now selling them for $18. I've been able to bring the price down because I've been able to find the units cheaper, the base units cheaper. Actually, the base units, I now am using ones that are, they're cheaper, but they're better. But they're cheaper because I'm now buying them in bigger bulk, too. So when I was buying them at first, I was buying, 5 at a time. Now I'm buying 25 at a time. So I didn't put in my closed rings. I'll just have to put them in now. So, that's one of the things that if I can, when I first start doing some things, they might be a little more expensive than normal, but if I can get the price down because I can start buying them in better bulk or whatnot. Oh, come on. There you go. Jeez. Some things price won't go down on, some of them will have to go up because their price has gone up. I think tumblers, I'm going to hang out on my tumblers for a little bit longer. Prices on all my tumblers have gone up a little bit. Which kind of blows, but I need this. I think I can hold off on raising the prices on those for right now. We're going to reevaluate pricing on a lot of things after the new year. Part of it is just because I don't want to have to go through and redo a lot of the repricing of everything, because it is a chore to go through and do it. And I need to do it because right now, tell you right now, it is a bargain to get any of my stuff. Prices will be making a decent jump here starting in the new year. Just because I don't base my things off of minimum wage. I don't charge minimum wage for my stuff. It's normally a little bit higher than that. I normally charge about $15 an hour for most of my work. It kind of depends. It does fluctuate depending on what it is, but it's about the average. A lot of people say you need to raise that up, and now our state has also increased minimum wage again, so I reluctantly need to raise my prices. I know that's a little weird to say, but I want to be able to at least make a living. I don't want to make a killing. There are some places out there, some of their prices on some of their stuff that it's like, how? Why? I know what I can build that same thing. I know what it takes to build it. Why so much? I don't get it. Sometimes it just baffles me. Alright. Oh. Stainless steel hands. Oh, this finger's a little break here for a quick second. Where are we at? 45. So I only got about 5 more minutes anyway. Like I said, where are we at anyway? We're up to just over 6, 6 and a quarter-ish. So I will finish this one up tonight because I want to throw it in the tumbler. I've actually got a few other pieces of the wife's, her fine silver and sterling silver pieces. I'm giving a cleaning up to. She's got one that I need to fix. So I'm going to be fixing it up, and I'm going to get tumblers going on tonight. So I want to get this done and get it in the tumbler tonight. And then plus I want to move it out of the way so I can get the inlay out and hopefully get hopefully a couple lines in tomorrow. I think I got a couple in before I had to put it up. I see something. I got a message. Oh, wow. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to use a message now. What's there? That popped up. That was weird. Okay. Dropping in. Hello, wifey. It's the wife. The wife is calling. The wife is messaging. Hide. But yeah, we'll get about 5 more minutes in here, and then, like I said, I want to pull out a few of the other items because I talked about them, but I've never really showed what they are. I'd like to show them, and even if you have just the thought or an idea of something that'd be good on it, that would be, if I can think of something that's still sellable that I could put on it. I mean, Chiefs I can put on it, and that's still sellable. A lot of the things that I have put Chief stuff on has sold, because I actually need to do up some more. I was telling my daughter this the other day. Some more coasters. I've sold all my wooden coasters for. I had Chiefs, Pokemon. What was the other one I had? But I can't remember. But yeah, I've sold all those, so I have no more coasters going to events right now. Custom ordered ones, and gonna have to check my supply of actually what I have left because I've been going through a good amount of them, surprisingly. It's just, when you're not selling, multiples a day of those, you don't think about them as much when you're selling multiple bracelets or earrings a day. I need to put in the second ring here. So yeah, I've got at least, I want 3 more after this one, bracelets, stainless steel bracelets that aren't welded, in different weaves than what I currently have. The only one that's going to be a crossover was the shenanigans. The rest I want to be different so I can have a nice display of these, hopefully again. If it works out, it will be September 30th, October 1st. Gladfest down here in Gladstone, Missouri. It'll be a Friday night from like 5 to 10, I believe. And then Saturday, 10 to 10. So it's going to be a long day, but hopefully we'll get a good group of people coming through, and hopefully it'll be a nice event for us. Probably it'll be the last one, other than, well, there's still another, there's Apple Fest in Weston, Missouri. They have it, and it's late October, I believe. I need to find the date on it. They normally do a monthly thing out here in Weston that I wanted to get into, but this year they canceled it because they're what they call the barn, where a lot of the vendors and stuff set up. They were redoing it because 2 years ago, right before COVID, I believe it was, we had some good rains and they had massive flooding, and it kind of flooded up part of the barn, I guess, in Weston. So they had a lot of work to redo to get it back to be able to be usable, and I think they've gotten to that point now. And they were trying to get it ready so they'd have it ready for Apple Fest, I guess. So I'm looking at them because I'm on their Facebook thing, keeping track of whenever they've got stuff going on. Because it is something I've been wanting to get into. They have like 3-4 bigger events like the Apple Fest. There's one in springtime. I can't remember what it was called. And then they have a normally monthly thing that the town puts on that once a month anyway. And so I thought, you can buy into it for the year. That's going to give us something pretty much to do every month, which will be nice. And still plug in other events on the side of that. So And in Weston's somewhat close. I mean, I think what is about a 25-30 minute drive, so it's not real far away, which would also make it nice. And I don't think anybody that I've seen, the one thing I don't like about it is there's a lot of third-party seller people. I don't know what the necessarily pampered chef type things. You know, people, I get it, they make money, but that's not necessarily crafty to me. Some fairs that we get into, it drives me nuts when those people are there. Again, not as a bad thing, it's just, how can I compete with my chainmail against somebody else there that's doing direct sale type things with $5 bracelets, necklaces, and stuff like that, you know, because it's, I don't want to call it cheap, but it is cheap. I mean, it is what it is. And there's nothing bad about that. Granted, I bought my wife, through the years when we had no money, plenty of cheap stuff through the years. But when you're there and you're looking at, you go to one place and here you have a $80 necklace because it took me, 4.5 hours, $20 worth of material, compared to another place, he bought this necklace that he can sell for $5. He bought it for $2, pre-made, so he had nothing to build. He just got it in the mail and sells it. Again, not saying anything bad about those people. They make money that way. I get it, but you can't compare the two pieces. A piece that I make by hand compared to a piece that's made by machine that somebody bulk orders that is 90% of the time some type of plated stuff that's going to wear off in a few days. Again, I hate to say that. That's why, everything here, I do have anodized aluminum. It will wear off, but it will take you a long time, to be honest with you. My wife's got stuff that I made her 6-7 years ago, and she doesn't wear it all the time, constantly, but wears it enough. And, now, granted, I have to give it a wash with some soap and water on occasion. Everything's going to need that, but other than that, they still look practically brand new, like I just built them, after a good cleaning. So, the wear on it, and then if you get something like we're doing tonight in stainless steel, it's harder to break to begin with, and then if you weld it and have a welded piece, yeah, that ain't coming apart on you very easily. Now, a little different if it was, welded stainless is a lot more sturdy than welded fine silver. Okay, well, let's see here, where are we at? Yeah, we're at 8 minutes or so per hour. We're about to 7.5 inches. So yeah, we probably need about another 1.5 inches on that. So like I said, I will finish this up here once I get done with the stream. I want to grab this box and we'll let me go ahead and flip back over to the ugly old face cam. Ugly face cam time. Boom! I'm ugly face cam guy. Alrighty. So, this is my box of stuff I wanted to pull out to show. So I got several things in here. Like I said, these are some, I don't know where I can set this stuff up easily enough. Let me do it this way, maybe. This is a variety of different things I've got. I've got very nicely highly polished plated dog tags that are heavy duty. They're stainless steel base plated, but I got gold ones, a black ice style, some silver ones, and some straight up black ones. They're really very nice, heavy. I mean, I need to get the measurements on them, but these things are very kind of heavy. Being stainless steel, that shouldn't surprise me. So, but I got those. I haven't done any of these yet. Trying to figure out some cool things that I think would look good on this. Something that I could fully encase the whole thing in, even if it's just kind of a background design. I'm thinking about doing like some of those Cubert style blocks. I don't know what they would call them. And shading it differently with a different laser etching so that it'll kind of two-tone it. Something I want to play with those. I got some of these aluminum heart-shaped stamped ones. They're polished aluminum. Again, I'm hoping I can get some good deep markings on them, but I'm also thinking I might be able to do some enamel work on these. So those are something else that I'm looking at doing. Then I have I got 7-8 different colors of premium dog tags. Not like the TRL. These are nice rounded edge dog tags. And slightly different colors. The pinks are different, the orange is different, blues are kind of close. But I got 2 different color blues. Sides are anodized because they're stamped in anodized, so they're premium. These are what I made my order out of last week. They came out really good. Let's see here. Got wooden yo-yos. Gonna be able to laser etch different things on these. I'm gonna make up some Pokemon ones of these. I believe Friday is when I'm gonna do those. That's what I got planned on. Do a few Pokemon. I'm probably gonna do a Chiefs one, probably a Royals one, and a KC Sporting one, just because I'm a KC guy here. So got that, and I've got these 2 different sized bamboo. They can be used for many different things. Change holders, key change holders. Put them on your dresser to hold your wallet keys. They can be used in the kitchen to put your ladles and whatnot on. Be little serving trays. These can be lasered up and have whatever you want on it. We put all kinds of different sayings all the way across it. You can put pictures on it. You can do it this way. You can get that way. And like I said, we got 2 different sizes on these. This one's, that'd be a big phone, but I guess a phone would probably fit almost right inside their larger phone. I think mine would definitely fit inside it real easy, but these are some things I picked up. I thought they'd be neat because you can use them for multiple different things. Well, and then I have a metal one too. All metal, black, plated again. It could be a change tray, key tray, put on your dresser, put on a table in your living room to hold your stuff, put them in the kitchen, hold those ladles, whatever. Like I said, multiple uses. That's why I got them, because I was like, man, I got so many thoughts of how I could use those, And then laser them up with just a picture, a saying, a family name, a crest, whatever you'd want. What's that? Oh, okay. And then I have I've got the off-brand Zippos, windproof lighters. They're actually not too bad. I've been testing one. I didn't laser it up. I just wanted to test, make sure it work okay. Not Zippo-ish, but actually much better than some of the cheap ones that I bought before. But they're nicely polished up. Windproof lighters. They got some weight to it. I bought some really cheap ones before of windproof lighters, off-brand Zippos that were, not the greatest, but, these aren't bad. These are not bad at all. I have it black and silver. I'm trying to get a hold of a few gold ones. But like I said, we've got all kinds of different things. That's a few of these. I've got the picture frames, the umpteen different styled tumblers. I've got coins. I didn't pull out any of the coins. I've got like a brass plated. I've got a blackish ice plated. Then I got some solid brass coins. I've got 4 or 5 different style coins that we can make challenge coins out of, crest coins out of. I'm actually going to be working up some of them and making a team coin for my race, the race team I'm on, not my race team, the race team that I'm on. We're going to work up doing that, and so many different things. You can come up with ideas for that too. So don't forget to check out some more laser stuff. If you ever have any thoughts on some things that we might be able to laser up, let us know, and we'll check it out. Always willing to look into things, try something new. And like I said, Friday I'll be working up some Halloween-y styled tags and scales for chainmail. So you'll have to check that out. Maybe Monday we'll do that. I'm thinking about changing up my name of my days. We're going to keep large project Thursday. But I think Wednesday night, instead of small project, I'm just going to do like a whatever Wednesday. We'll try to do something small, but in case I have something else going on or whatnot, instead of having to pull out a small project, if I happen to be working on something bigger at the time or an order or whatnot. So I think about Wednesday, we're going to just do a whatever Wednesday. Keep Monday with the medium project style, but I might change its name up. I don't know yet. Again, that's something I'm still looking into. Nothing we're going to do immediately. So otherwise, we have come to our hour. I do want to thank everybody again for joining us. If you're watching us live or watching us later, don't forget to give the like, the thumbs up, the shares, the hearts, the happy faces, whatever they are. All those help get us out there on more walls so people know we're out here doing stuff. So today is Wednesday, so tomorrow is Thursday. We'll be back working on the inlay. Hopefully I'll get that rolled out here later tonight or early in the morning anyway. Otherwise, we'll be back tomorrow night then. So I hope you all have a great final to your Wednesday night, and I hope you all have a fun Thursday, and we'll check you out tomorrow night. Peace.